It could be that you're more in need of a de-stress massage in this area rather than moisturising.
That's really nice.
Really aiming to reduce the tension in this part of our body. Nothing sensitive at all?
No.
Okay, let's try this, the inside ones we're looking at there. This. Okay. I just thought that one would be an interesting one to put in.
Okay.
Melissa, and welcome today. And you've come along for a hand treatment today. So what we're going to do is just set the scene for the room, and then we'll start focusing on your hands. So what I've got is this wonderful diffuser. I'm going to put a few drops of this relaxation blend, which is pre-blended, into this oil burner. Right, I'm just going to pop this oil burner on. And I'm just going to move this to one side, but the oil you can already smell. It's beautiful relaxation blend. That blend will permeate the room and add a sense of relaxation, which is what we're aiming for today. So you've asked for a relaxation massage, but focused really on your hands. So if I could have a look at your hands. Actually, first of all, could I ask you just to pop the sleeves? I don't want to get oil on your wonderful cardigan there, your wonderful top. Okay, so as with all treatments, what I'm going to do first is inspect your hands for any contraindications. So just to make sure that there's nothing that I can see that would stop me doing a treatment on you. I'm just going to have a quick look myself with and feel with my fingers, and then I'm going to turn to my wonderful magnifying glass, which gives me much more of an intensive look. I can't see anything at the moment, but let's get my magnifying glass out and actually have a good look. So if you could pop that hand to one side for now, thank you, and we'll just focus on this hand. So we'll just focus along here, and what I'll do is just touch, and as I go down, if anything feels slightly bruised or sensitive, then do let me know. It does look as if you've been giving these hands a bit of care and attention actually. So they're looking quite good. It could be that you're more in need of a de-stress massage in this area rather than moisturising. So that's absolutely fine. You pop that down and swap over. Lovely, thank you. Okay. Yep, the skin's feeling quite nice and smooth. There's nothing with rough edges, no broken skin, nothing sensitive at all, nothing felt like there was a bruise there or anything. Okay, that's lovely. So that now we've done that, that means we can go ahead. Okay, let me just check with my, I know it's a reflexology tool, but it's really useful if you've got any small bruises or anything like that. or any sensitive areas. Was that sensitive there? Or maybe it's just
Twitch,
ticklish.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to tickle there. Nothing sensitive at all.
No.
Okay, let's try this. The inside ones we're looking at there. This. This is actually an acupressure tool, and you can use it to really push in on the acupoints, which we might talk about. But I quite like it as a reflexology tool to really check for sensitive skin. I sometimes use it to explain where the zones are in reflexology. So sometimes I use it as a reflexology tool and sometimes use it to find the acupoints on acupressure. And they're all useful treatments to know about when you're thinking about the hands in particular, because obviously you can do hand reflexology on the hands. But let's focus today on really de-stressing and relaxation. So, talking about relaxation, I have this wonderful natural room spray, which I'm just going to use. And you only need a couple of sprays, and it's long lasting and really adds to the overall atmosphere that you're trying to create, which is relaxing and de-stressing. So what I thought we would do also is let you have a little bit of a choice, because we're looking at a relaxation massage here on the hands and the lower arms. So I've decided on the best carrot oil for you based on what we've discussed, and this is sweet almond oil, which gives quite a good massage slip when you're doing a small area like the hands and the lower arms. So we'll use that as the carrot oil. But then what I thought I would do is give you a choice of a few aromatherapy oils, some which I don't believe we've used before. And this gives you the opportunity to participate in deciding what makes you feel relaxed and what doesn't.
Okay.
And then we can really focus on putting that in with the carrot oil and then continuing with the massage. And what I've got, which I find really useful, is these are actually strips where you smell perfume, but actually they work really, really well for aromatherapy oils. So let's look at some of these. And that is a chamomile. So I'm going to pop that there. I'll pop it round the other way actually.
Oh. Doesn't smell like what I thought it would.
No, chamomile never does. It's one of those interesting ones. The next one here is geranium. What I'll do, if I pop them round that way, you can take it, and then I'm just going to write chamomile on this before they all get confused. So that's useful. Then we know which is which. Let me just move this towel out the way, and then we can move that there. I want that there.
Is that? Oh, yes. Oh, I see, yeah. So this is the one you've just given me.
Okay, so this was geranium. So, how did you think that smelt?
I liked it, yeah. I think they're all quite new to me that I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Another new one.
What's this?
This is called juniper berry.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. It smells very edible almost, like.
Yeah, it's quite a new one for me.
Mm.
It smells like Christmas.
Yeah.
Something on it
Yeah.
that reminds me of Christmas.
Oh, just put it. Okay.
A few more. Very different smells. This one again, another new one, is Mei Chang.
Mm.
Oh, didn't want to come out, and then it did come out.
It suddenly came out loads. Oh, wow. That one's lovely.
Isn't it nice? It's much more subtle than you think it's going to.
It's a bit like ylang ylang.
You think it's going to be quite exotic and whatever, and it's quite nice and pleasant. It's not overpowering at all. And this last one, do you want to have a guess?
Lavender?
No.
No?
Begins with M.
Melissa.
Melissa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me get away from that. There we go. I just thought that one would be an interesting one to put in.
Okay. Oh, that's quite similar to the Mei Chang, actually.
It is. I thought that when I smelt that. And Mei
these
Chang's
two
new
are
to me, actually.
Really similar.
Yeah.
I can't actually tell the difference.
I thought that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you did a blind test, you just wouldn't know. Yeah.
I suppose the question is, in terms of what we're aiming for, which is relaxation, do any of those appeal to you to help you add to that relaxation? Yeah, have a go again. So that one's your chamomile. So nice and calming. And some of these are just pleasant.
Is geranium used quite a lot in things? I feel like I recognise the smell.
Yeah, lots of perfumes.
And then the
Juniper berry we said was like Christmas.
Yes, yeah. A bit of a grassiness to it.
Yes.
Do you have a favourite from these?
I like them all, that's my problem. So I quite like this, where I'm actually getting people to choose what appeals to them, what really, draws them to the oil.
I'm thinking Mei Chang. I really like
it's
it.
It's a new one to us, I think.
But it's
I do like it.
not new like the chamomile smell. I expected it to smell like the tea.
Yes.
And then it doesn't
no.
at all. And it kind of threw me off.
And that does have relaxing properties, but then I thought we've used chamomile before.
Right.
So I thought maybe look at some other ones that we haven't
lovely.
used.
I don't know anything about it either.
It's very subtle.
Yeah.
Why don't we go for that one and see what happens?
It'd be fun to see if you can, when they're all mixed up, tell which one is which.
Tell which one's which. Oh gosh, that would be a blind test for me, wouldn't it? Okay.
That would be a fun video. I can test you on them.
And these I just use within sock drawers or things like that, so they don't get wasted then. So let's just put this together, just enough for hands, so we don't need loads. And then literally just, this came out really quickly, didn't it?
Yeah.
So be patient and do it gently. One more, there we go. Oh yes, you can smell that.
It's lovely, isn't it?
That's nice. Yeah, it's a very subtle, pleasant aroma, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like it.
But sometimes it's nice to be involved in your own treatment and deciding what to use. And sometimes we instinctively know what's best for us.
Yeah, it's quite fun being able to see them all like that and with the writing as well, I can remember which is which,
Yeah.
and really go with that gut feeling of which one I feel like would be best for the treatment.
Yeah. So what we're going to try and do now is really focus on relaxing these areas which have been a little bit stressed because of the volume of work you've been doing, and we'll really focus on relaxing them. Okay, so if you want to pop that to one side for now, we'll just focus on this. And then I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of massage, really. I know we're just focusing on hands, but I want to really stress the importance of hand massage, really, and these gentle effleurage strokes, really aiming to reduce the tension in this part of our body, really increasing the blood flow, which really encourages the increase in the right sort of hormones that you want, and really reducing that cortisol hormone, which is the stress hormone, which you don't want. You want to really try and get rid of that and encourage what I call the good hormones, serotonin and dopamine. And massage just does that. Even a brief hand massage like this, and just setting the scene, that having a bit of me time, just that overall relaxation with not many products, just a few products. You can do this on yourself as well. You don't have to go to a therapist necessarily. Obviously it would be nice as a treat now and again, but I just think even pampering yourself, doing one hand at a time, is really helpful. Just overall encourages that sense of well-being and looking after yourself. Just massaging out any tension you've got in these areas here. There's a bit of popping going on here. So that can just be a build-up of stress. You're maybe using that joint or overusing that joint because you're right-handed. I mean, that area probably would benefit from the regularity of a hand massage in that area. Just go into that palm. Just feel instinctively where you need that massage. I'm just going to do the inside of the arm here as well. Sometimes there's a build-up of stress in this area as well. It's not too bad. It all seems to be around this area. But if we release this, then that whole area might relax slightly as well. And just that lovely bit of TLC really helps. Okay, if you put that to one side, let's focus on the other hand and lower arm. I suspect we'll have less
Smells
You're
so
enjoying
nice, yeah.
it, enjoying the smell of Mei Chang. When I do this next time, I think I need my little chart to remind me of the where it's come from. I've got a lovely chart with all the flowers. I mean, you can't retain the number that we look at. I mean, I own about 50 now and I can't retain everything, but it would be useful to, next time we'll aim to have a bit more information to hand. Okay. But you're right, this beautiful, subtle, very delicate floral smell.
Mm.
Okay. Let's just get into these spaces here. That's not too bad actually. What I'm liking about this is the length of time it's actually staying around the smell, because that's nice. Let's just work on that palm a bit. Yeah, you can definitely feel a difference between your right and left wrist. So that's something to take note of for future. I mean, do you take breaks when you're working on the PC?
Not really, no.
Because you're supposed to, I think I might have mentioned this in the past, you're supposed to take a break every hour.
Mm.
You're supposed to work maximum of 15 minutes if you're using your wrist all the time. It's your wrist that you're trying to protect. Because otherwise you could end up with things like repetitive strain injury, which is painful. You want to avoid that. So thinking about this early on could prevent some things happening later.
Mm.
And not just for your wrist, but your eyes as well need a break from the screens. Not saying you can't work, you can just do something else. Just don't focus so much on the screen and the keyboard. What might help as well is thinking about some other treatments. You've got things like hand reflexology, which might help. We were looking at those zones earlier. That could certainly help to relax this area and de-stress that area. And also acupressure, looking at particular points. So it's worth looking at those and seeing what suits you best. But I think in this instance you're really responding well to just a straightforward hand massage, and that hasn't taken long at all, and with a few products. Really nice. Let's just do a gentle bit to finish, and I think because it's a relaxation massage, if we could do a little bit of breathing as well. So if we breathe for 3 moves together. So another one. Really relax with this last one. Thank you.
Thank you.